Hello, I am Marlena. The focus of this presentation is the expansion of the HEARTS program, which is a sexuality and healthy relationship education program being delivered across 6 counties in Florida. Two notable disclaimers for this project are that the views expressed in written training materials, publications, and presentations by speakers do not reflect the official policies of the Department of Health and Human Services, and this project is funded by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. The objectives of this presentation are to describe preliminary findings from the HEARTS program while identifying facilitators and barriers to successful implementation, in addition to discussing future direction for implementing sexuality education and relationship training to Black youth in a community setting. Evidence suggests Florida youth engage in high rates of sexual risk-taking. Indeed, Florida has high rates of sexually transmitted infections, including HIV and teen pregnancy. Racism is linked to health inequality, where Black youth are at a particularly high risk for negative outcomes associated with sexual behavior given the impact of racism on health. Therefore, a sexual education program targeting Black American youth is needed. The original HEARTS program targeted nearly 590 Black youth aged 13 to 19 in South St. Petersburg, Florida, who all found the program to be comfortable and interesting even in a virtual setting. Based on the success of the original HEARTS program, HEARTS has been expanded to 6 counties in Florida that have HIV and STI rates that are higher than the national average. Our recruitment and community outreach coordinator partners with churches, schools, and nonprofit organizations in each of the 6 counties to recruit youth. The HEARTS program uses the sexual risk avoidance version of the Love Notes curriculum, which is an evidence-based program that helps youth build the knowledge and skills to develop and maintain healthy relationships, not just romantic relationships, but also relationships with friends, family, and coworkers. The HEARTS program is being delivered camp style, meaning over 2 concentrated days. Usually camps are delivered on 2 consecutive Saturdays at community recreation centers or local churches. However, sometimes the camps are administered in schools during the week on 2 consecutive days. Youth are provided meals and snacks during each session along with a HEARTS t-shirt and program journal as well as other curriculum materials. As an incentive to participate and fully engage, youth receive a $50 gift card at the end of the program and an additional $25 if they submit a trusted adult form, which is an important part of the curriculum. To evaluate the HEARTS program, youth are asked to complete a satisfaction survey at the end of the second day. The survey assesses the extent to which youth are comfortable and interested in the program, as well as how confident and motivated they are to use the skills they learned in the program. We have a continuous quality improvement plan that uses the MIGS Plan, Do, Check, Act process to improve the HEARTS program. As part of the CQI, there are weekly staff and evaluating meetings, trainings for facilitators, and camp observations and curriculum fidelity checks. We are using both process and outcome measures to evaluate the HEARTS program. Process measures include camp observations and curriculum fidelity logs, while outcome measures include data on the number of MOUs with community partners, reach and dosage assessed using attendance records, training records to assess scale and sustainability, as well as facilitator quality, and surveys and parent-teen focus groups to assess satisfaction and quality. Between November and March, the HEARTS program reached 674 middle school youth. There were slightly more girls than boys. Most youth were Black, African American, and non-Hispanic, and enrolled in the 7th grade. The average age was 13, and among those who were enrolled in the program, 97% completed. Preliminary findings from the youth satisfaction survey suggest that a slight majority of the youth are comfortable with the program, and that a large majority of the youth have learned from the program and would recommend it to their friends. It appears the HEARTS expansion to middle school students across 6 counties in Florida is meeting a need and is a good fit for the communities being served. Preliminary findings also suggest the program is being implemented with high fidelity, is of good quality, and is well received by youth. However, we will continue to refine the program and implementation using a continuous quality improvement process. We believe the fact that we are addressing community need, have been able to recruit excellent facilitators, and have provided strong incentives for participation has contributed to the success of our program. However, there have been some barriers to the success of our program, primarily in the area of recruitment. Also, COVID-19 mandated the virtual implementation of the program, which has posed some barriers related to recruitment and facilitator effectiveness. The program evaluation data to date suggests that the HEARTS program is feasible and acceptable. We have found that stakeholders and community partnerships are the key to the success of a program such as this. Of course, virtual implementation has been challenging. However, we are working on improving virtual implementation when necessary. We hope to expand the HEARTS program to high schools in the 6 counties we are working in. We also would like to add Polk County to broaden our reach in Florida.